Hello and welcome back to another video with Crypto Ninjas. My name is Dale and today we will be talking about the best centralized crypto exchanges for futures trading. I know that there can be many options out there which can get quite overwhelming. We don't know which one to choose based on which criteria, and so that is why this video I've done the research and we will be ranking the top 3 exchanges from top to bottom based on a set of very fair criteria that I think is the best for any futures traders. The 3 crypto exchanges that we will be reviewing today are Binance, ByBit, and MEXC, the absolute top tier of exchanges in this market. Let's go. But before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe to Crypto Ninjas for the best crypto contents and use our referral links for all of the exchanges mentioned for the 20% off of the trading fees for life. Thank you very much. As I explained before, I will be ranking these 3 crypto exchanges based on a set of 5 criteria that I believe to be the best and most important for any crypto traders. Each criteria has a score from 1 to 5. The exchange that has the highest overall score takes the win. Now that you understand everything, let's get the ranking started. So the first exchange that we're looking at is obviously Binance, the biggest and the most famous of the exchange. They has been the top 1 exchange for years now, and honestly, no one can rival Binance at this point. I don't know about the futures though. Alright, so let's look at Binance 5 criteria. The first criteria is the futures trading fees. If you look at CoinMarketCap and if you look at the top crypto exchange for derivatives, and by the way, this data is free online, so you are free to research, and I'm gonna be using CoinMarketCap like for entire this video, right, for the data. So if you look at Binance, if you look at the maker and taker fees, we are looking at about 0.02% in the maker fee and about 0.04% in the taker fees. If you don't know what maker and taker fees and what they are, it's very simple. Maker fee is basically when you open a limit order when you trade futures. That is the fees that you're gonna be charged with, right? 0.2%, 0.02%. The taker fees are the fees that you're going to be charged with if you open a market order. So maker fee is for the limit order and the taker fee is for the market order. Okay, if you want like an explanation as to why, probably there are better videos on YouTube for this. Right now we're just reviewing. So 0.02% for maker and 0.04% for taker fee on Binance. I would give and rank this fees and I will give it like a 3.5 out of 5 points. The reason why is, as you can see, there are a lot of exchanges that offer even better in terms of fees, like MEXC, Deribit. I don't even know what Deribit is, but they offer like 0% fee. That's crazy. And then Gemini, and also there are other exchanges that offer higher fees, right? So I would say this fee is like a high average when it comes to the ranking. So 3.5 out of 5. The next thing that we need to know about is the amount of supported trading pairs. On Binance, they support at this point of making this video about 452 markets, so about trading pairs. That is quite a lot, right? So I would get, but if you look at the ranking, there are exchanges like MEXC that has like 700, and this one xt.com 500, right? So again, this number is also, I would say, like quite on the high average, so I'll give it like a 3.5 out of 5. When it comes to the maximum leverage of Binance, I believe the highest leverage that it offers is 125x on the Bitcoin and Ethereum pairs, right? Again, 125x is not the best, it's not the highest. Some exchanges offers like 200x, 300x, and there is one exchange that offers 400x, which we will review in a little bit, right? So 125x, I'll say it's like average, right? So I'll give it like a 3. Next one is the security and the support. How good is the security and support from Binance? The best, right? Again, they were the top of the market when it comes to security and regulations, right? So I'll give it a 5 out of 5, no questions there. Next one and the final criteria is the liquidity and volume. As you can see right here, Binance has the highest trading volume out of all the exchanges, 50 billion actually. That's crazy. In just 24 hours. So there's no competition there. They are the top one, 5 out of 5. Binance gets an overall score of 20 out of these 5 criteria. Pretty high. If you want to trade on Binance, use our referral link down in the description for 20% off of your trading fees. Thank you very much. The next exchange that we will be looking at is ByBit. Now, personally, I like ByBit and I like their token mantle, but obviously we're not going to be talking about that. I'm just saying, ByBit has been growing massively in the past year or so. They climb up to about, I believe, like top 2 or top 3 exchanges in the world right now. That is crazy, considering like how late they were in the game, right? So yeah, I would absolutely suggest you to check out ByBit. Now, when it comes to our scoring system, first of all is the fees, the maker and taker fees. If you look at and if you search for ByBit right here, right, you can see that the maker fee is 0.02% and the taker fee is 0.055%. A little bit higher than Binance. So obviously, if you are someone who cares a lot about the fees, ByBit might not be the option for you. And honestly, you should be, because the fact of the matter is, like, you look at these percentages and you'd be like, oh, you know, 0.02% is not that high, you know, but you got to remember, these fees are based on your total trading volume, not your capital. So let's say you have like $100 only, right? Let's say you have $100 and you want to use like 100x leverage. Okay, so that means your volume is going to be $100 times 100, and it's going to be like what, $10,000. That's going to be your volume. And if you look at the taker fees, like the market order, for example, the fees is 0.055%. You take $10,000 and you times that by 0.055%. Guess how much money you'll be losing? $5.5 per trade. That is your fees. You have $100 and you lose $5.5 from that trade. So now you are losing about 5.5% of your capital. That is something that, you know, people don't really care about. That is how the exchanges get you. That is why I really care about the fees of the exchange. Any exchange that has the lowest fees, I like it, right? So when it comes to the fees, ByBit is not that low. So I only give ByBit about 3. Okay, 2.5. I'm sorry, 2.5 out of 5. Next one is the amount of supported trading pairs. So as you can see on ByBit, they support over 500 markets. Wow, that's very good, right? So obviously it's much better than Binance at 452, but I'll say the difference is not that high. So I'll give this a 4 out of 5. Next one is the maximum leverage on ByBit. I believe on ByBit, they has a maximum leverage of only like 100x on, you know, Bitcoin and also on Ethereum. So it's it's lower than Binance, which I did not expect. I thought ByBit was gonna have like 200x leverage, or at least like, you know, similar to Binance. But no, 100x leverage. That's why I can give it a, you know, a 2 out of 5. Next one is the security and the support of ByBit. How good is it? Well, I say I give it a 4 out of 5 because they are the top 2 exchange. So yeah, definitely their security has to be top tier. Honestly, I've been using ByBit for quite some time and I've never had any issues when it comes to this, you know, the security. I noticed that when I, you know, request an agent, you know, like a real person to chat, they're very responsive and they're very fast and they're very professional. So yeah, I'll say it's definitely at one of the best experiences that I've had. So yeah, 4 out of 5. And the last one is the amount of liquidity and trading volume. Again, if you look at the amount of trading volume in 24 hours, ByBit is probably at the top 4, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, about I don't know about any of these exchanges, and I don't know if they're fake or not, right? I only care about the top ones. But ByBit has about like $20 million in trading fees in 24 hours. I know that there are days where ByBit has like over $30 million and they like took the spot of number 3. But yeah, you know, I guess it depends. So when it comes to the liquidity and trading volume, I would say ByBit is pretty good. You know, deep liquidity, good trading volumes. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. So like a bit of a higher end when it comes to that. So overall, ByBit gets a point of 15.5. Lastly is MEXC. Baby, we are saving the best for last. Honestly, MEXC has got to be the best crypto exchange for futures trading specifically. I'm not talking about other functions nowadays and features, but for futures trading, I'll say MEXC is top tier. Now, you know, the reason why is that, again, as a trader, right, I prioritize fees and then the amount of trading pairs and then the liquidity over anything else. Right? I don't really care about the maximum leverage. That's not my style. I don't use that high of a leverage, so I don't care. But when it comes to the trading futures, yeah, like liquidity, everything, right? And so MEXC, it provides one of the best trading fees, in the entire market. Like if you look at, right here, right, 0% and 0.01% maker and taker fees. I just cannot imagine how they make the money. You know what I mean? 0% on limit orders on trading futures. That is just insane. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's crazy. But I think that it is not always like 0% and 0.1%, because I think that this is like a competition or whatnot, if I'm not mistaken. Normally, I believe it charges like 0.01% for maker and 0.04% for taker, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, if you look at this, right, traders fast 100 pairs, 0 fees. So if you trade within these 100 pairs, you would get 0 fees. So it's not for everything, right? The normal rate on MEXC is again 0.01% for maker and 0.04% for taker. Regardless, it is still the best in the market. No one ever come close, right? If you look at this, right, 0.4%, 4%, not even coming close. CEX, I don't even know what exchange this is. And yeah, it's all like 0.05, 6, 8, 7. Some is 4, but then the taker is like higher. Maker is higher. So yeah, when it comes to the fees, MEXC gets a 5 out of 5, the best in the market. If you join, I believe, their futures trading competition, you also receive or enjoy like a 0% trading fee. So with the amount of discounts that they offer for the traders, it's insane. 5 out of 5. The next one is the amount of supported trading pairs, right? How many trading pairs there are on the MEXC. If you look at it, top of the market, 737 markets. Probably the highest out of everyone in this list, right? No one ever come close. We have CEX, right, at 643, but like I don't even know CEX, right? XT.com 569, nice, pretty close. So yeah, I would say trading pairs wise, 5 out of 5. So MEXC is looking very good right now, right? Fees, trading pairs, all 5 out of 5, right? 10. The next one is the maximum leverage. So the maximum leverage on MEXC, I believe, is 400x. I'm not even kidding, right? If you look at MEXC futures right here, and if you choose a Bitcoin pair, 400x leverage. Now, I don't care about trading maximum leverage. I don't care about that. 400x is just like crazy to me. It at that point it's just gambling. But from time to time, we gotta feed the beast a little bit, right? I think that within each and every one of us, even though we don't want to admit it, there is a little bit of a gambling sort of like beast, and so from time to time, I would just have like a few dollars that I don't really need. I just put it on the MEXC futures, and I just trade with 200x just to see how it goes, and just to get the adrenaline pumping. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, it's not required to have like a 400x leverage. We don't need that high, but it's good to have. You know what I mean? So 5 out of 5, the best in the market. The next one is the security and the support. How good is MEXC security and support? Now on this part, right? Now personally, I don't have any issues with MEXC support, but I noticed that their support is not that fast either. It's definitely not as fast as Binance or ByBit. I've heard some drama around MEXC's security reputation, whatnot, on X, and I don't really like how MEXC handles support and whatnot. And so yeah, I have to give this a 3 out of 5. With that said, I think that MEXC noticed the problems with their security, and they've been working all day every day, and ever since, I don't see a lot of like terrible feedbacks when it comes to their security. So they're improving it, right? And so that's great. You know what I mean? But still 3 out of 5 when it comes to when you compare it to ByBit and on Binance, right? Lastly is the liquidity and volume. Okay, how deep are they? I'll say top tier. So MEXC, because of the fact that they have such low fees, they attracted about $38 billion in trading fees in 24 hours. That is very good. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. If you want, all right, like if you want to support this amount of volume, you need to have deep liquidity, and MEXC probably has one of the deepest liquidity that we've seen, right? So 4 out of 5, just below Binance, right? I love it. And so the total score for MEXC is gonna be 22, the highest that we've seen. So I guess we have a winner. Based on our scoring system, MEXC takes the first place at 22 points overall, and next is Binance at top 2 at about 19.5 overall, and lastly is ByBit at about 15.5 points overall. Now, that doesn't mean that you should not trade on ByBit or you should not trade on Binance. That just means that, you know, when it comes to futures trading, MEXC probably has the best mechanism for the traders and the best incentives for the traders, right? At least according to what I think is the best, like the fees and the liquidity depth, and you know, the trading pairs and the leverage and whatnot, right? But like again, this is for me, and I think for the viewers who are like me, who are shrimps, who don't have a lot of money. But if you are someone who cares a lot about the liquidity depth and you care about a lot about when it comes to security, then obviously you should choose the exchange that has the most amount of liquidity and the best security, and that is going to be Binance, top 1. Right? But again, like that depends on your preferences. I think that the average viewer on this channel, Crypto Ninjas, are the people who are similar like me, just poor little broke boys who trade around with like a few $100s and a few $1,000s in volume, who, you know. And so with that said, man, I think, you know, MEXC is probably the best option out of this. So this has been my video of ranking the top 3 best exchanges for futures trading. What do you think about my ranking? Like, is there anything that you want to disagree or agree with? Comment down below what you think, and I'll make sure to reply to all of your messages. Thank you very much for watching, and I love you all, man. Stay safe. Daily out.